All right, guys, since we are 6 days away from EVW23, I want to do a full prediction on all the 14 matches, 4 title matches. We're going to start with the prelims. Going to go all the way through here, starting with Duvon Bourneman versus Nikonko. I saw a couple matches of Nikonko just today because I hadn't seen any before, and I rewatched some of Duvon's matches, and I'm going to pick Duvon to win this one. He's got his brother in his corner. I'm sure that's a great training partner to have. He's been looking really strong. I got Duvon as the favorite. I think he'll win. Next match, Ardum Samson versus Alexei Zavrashvili. Ardum Samson apparently lives in Germany, so he's got, home court advantage, being that doesn't have to travel as far. Obviously going against the Georgian, that's always going to be tough. But I'm picking Ardum Samson to win this match. Next match, we got Zurab versus Ayan on the left arm. I think Zurab is going to get his wrist cracked back and going to be in some type of side pressure position. And I think Ayan's going to win that match. I think Devin spoke very highly that he thinks that will be the result as well, that Ayan will win. So going to pick him. Next match, Rickard Bourneman versus Lars. This is a good one. Lars has significant amount more experience, but Rickard absolutely been on a tear, so I've got him as a favorite. I'm picking Rickard to win, but I think Lars can get a stop, and if he does get a stop with that King's move is ridiculously sticky and strong, so I wouldn't count him out. I'll say about 55-45 or 60-40 favorite to Rickard Borman. I'll pick Rickard to win that. Next match, we got a female match, EVW23 from Lithuania versus Azra Sari. I'm going to pick EVW23 100%. Just the experience at the high level there. Going to pick her. Next match, we got Betkili Onyani versus Rustem Babayev. This is on the left arm. I'm going with Betkili Onyani. That guy's a monster. From all the matches I've seen of him in the past, very impressive. And I mean, Rustem Babayev, obviously a legend. I'm not sure on the left arm how he'll do. So I'm going to pick the Georgian to win that match. Next match, we got Matt Mask. Another left-hand match for Matt Mask against Aymeric Predines from France, who is super impressive. I think Matt Mask has been on a tear. He said even recently that maybe his left arm is even stronger than his right arm, even though he's pretty much a righty, and that's the main focus. But it seems like he's just been winning on the left arm. So, but Aymeric Predines, that guy is very impressive, a left arm specialist. Looked at some of his old matches. This is a tough one, really tough one for me to predict. I'll say Matt Mask, but 51-49 favorite. If anything, I think probably the safer bet would be Aymeric. He's higher on the rankings, and left arm specialist again, so that could be a significant problem for Matt Mask. But just considering Matt's momentum, seems like he's been in a good shape recently. I'm gonna pick him to win that match. Next, we got Ayan Takanaka versus Melik Saheen. This is a title match in the women's category. Now, Dimitrina, the Bulgarian lady, was the champion, but she had to forfeit the title, I guess due to personal reasons or something. So this is going to be a title match. I'm going to pick Ayan from Japan to win this match. She has much more experience, and a lot of people think she got robbed in that match against the Bulgarian the last time. So yeah, I'm going to pick her to win. Now we got Morzov versus Alajan Murattov. This is one of the most awaited matches of the event for sure. I'm going to pick Alajan. If you look at the betting line on ArmBet, for example, it seems like more people are putting their money on Alajan to win, even though he's at a lighter weight, which is kind of surprising. I mean, if we look at Morzov, some of his recent lifts, he's bicep curling like a ridiculous amount of weight. He looks to be in a really good shape, but coming off the injury against Vitali from last year's match, it's hard to say if he'll be ready for the aggressive side pressure of Alajan. So I am going to pick Alajan to win this match, but I'll say, very, very slight favorite. 51-49, 55-45% chance for Alajan to win this match. Next, we got Mandalus versus Marov, another title match here. This is the rematch. I think Mandalus is going to make some adjustments compared to the last match where he lost. I think he will win this time, but again, a lot of the matches on this card really could go either way. I'm not 100% certain on any of these picks, but I will pick Mandalus to win this one. Let me know what you think about that. The GOAT, the modern GOAT. Now we got 4 more matches here. Bunch of insane matches still. Defeat Samushia versus Manifester for the title. This is huge, absolutely huge. Good to see David Samushia back in East versus West. It's been a while, or at least it feels like it's been a while since we've seen him compete in East versus West. But he's going against Manifester, who's just absolutely been on a tear with, you know, winning the Swiss Open, I believe it was last year, and then obviously beating Vlad the Destroyer and just completely screaming in his face and screaming on stage everywhere and just looking really impressive. But I am going to pick David Samushia. How can you bet against a guy who has like 14 title defenses in his weight class? I mean, how can you bet against that? I'm still gonna pick David Samushia, even though you've heard a lot of people pick Manifester. I think even Devin had picked Manifester, if I recall correctly. A lot of other people as well, but I'm gonna stick with David Samushia to win that match. 3 more matches here. We got Dave Chaffy versus Ivan Matyashenko for the title at 115 kilograms. Absolutely huge match. I think the strength advantage to Dave Chaffy, speed and endurance maybe to Matyashenko. That's what he said himself as well. If you look, he just put up an Instagram post and he said that he believes he has the speed and the endurance advantage against Dave Chaffy, but Dave Chaffy just with the overall power. I think Dave Chaffy is going to find a way to get this win against a highly technical opponent. I think it seems like Dave Chaffy's been in a really good shape recently. He's maintaining his weight around that 115 kilogram class, so he doesn't have to like drastically cut or anything, and he's just been looking very strong. I'm going to pick Dave Chaffy to win this match. 2 more matches, obviously Brian Shaw versus Leonidas Arcona. This is completely a huge match, probably going to bring a lot of eyes into the sport, people from strongman, people from bodybuilding, people just fitness enthusiasts from all over the place who know about these guys are going to tune into this match. I'm sure it's going to get a ridiculous amount of views. I can only imagine. Like people have been saying, this is pretty much going to be the biggest arm wrestling event in history, and I don't doubt it. I'm picking Brian Shaw to win. I've made that pretty public, that pick, almost since this match was announced. Although Leonidas has the experience advantage, I've kind of had second thoughts about this pick, but I'm going to still stick with Brian Shaw. I think his hand and wrist, we saw his grip strength against Brandon Allen. I think he's going to not let Leonidas get into a comfortable position just due to his hand and wrist. So I'm going to say Brian Shaw has made enough improvements since his match last August against Brandon Allen to be even stronger against a guy like Leonidas. So I am going to pick Brian Shaw to win that match. And the last match, last but not least, Devin Larret versus Vitaly Lettin on the right. Going with Devin Larret to win this match. I think that his right is not his left, as he's been saying. I think most people accept that. I think that he's going to be more tight, more well-connected, so he'll take Vitaly's wrist. Now, Vitaly's probably going to have to flop press. I think Devin is at that point is going to have to transition his shoulder behind it to some degree, maybe go for some type of semi-hook or high hook position and then be able to transition. But I think he's going to be able to stay much more connected, much tighter than he was on the left arm match against Vitaly. So I do think Devin will win and get his revenge in an absolutely historic match. Really can't wait for this event, guys. 6 days away. Let me know if you agree with my predictions or you don't, or any thoughts, put it in the comment section. Make sure to buy the pay-per-view and use code TOM to save some money. And I will catch you guys in the next video.